In this video I'm going to demonstrate how to use the scribble action. So first thing you want to do is jump inside Photoshop and open up your photo to work with. Make sure you keep the layer called background, and you want to be set up in RGB color mode. So go to image menu, mode, RGB, because the action won't work in any other color mode. Okay, next up we want to load the actions panel. So just go to the window menu, select actions. It will appear here to the right. Click on this top right hand corner icon, select load actions, and just select the scribble.atm file, and it appears here. So with that all done, just select the scribble action and click play. Now the action is going to take about 40 seconds to 50 seconds to complete. So once I play the action, I'll just fast forward the video to get to the result. Okay, so the action's finished, and here's our default look that the action gives us. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go inside the layer panel and we're going to see what the action has created for us. So I'll just minimize the folders here, and you see that it's created 2 folders and a couple of layers down below. So let's go from the top. The top folder is called adjustments. This is for basically fine tuning the look of your design. So we'll go inside here, and there's a few layers in here to play around with. First one that I've set up is really just an extra effect that you might want to add. It's called add glow. Just turn the visibility on if you want to use it. It'll just generate a soft glow, which if you click on the mask, you can just move that around wherever you want. You can just click on this colored box, change the color, just like that. And you can also right click and go duplicate layer to create another glow, and you can move this down here, just like that. Okay, so next up is the color saturation layer. By default, the action increases the saturation of your photo. I'll show you how else we can use this hue slider a bit further into the tutorial. So just put that aside. Gradient color is just another coloring technique you can use. So if you turn that on, you see you can double click on the gradient color icon here, and you can select a new gradient map if you want to do that. You can click on these boxes here to change the color, whatever you like. Layer below, contrast. By default, this is no contrast has been applied, so if you just grab these handles, you can adjust the contrast that way, just like that. Layer below, black and white. If you want to convert your design completely to black and white, just turn the visibility for that on. Okay, so that's the adjustments layer folder. I'll come back to that folder again when we make some changes to this design. Next up is the scribble folder. If you turn the visibility off for this folder, that's where all the effects are applied. I've also set up a mask on the folder, so if you fill the mask in black, removes the effect. But if you select the mask, grab a brush, make sure you get a white brush, you can actually brush the effect in where you want it to appear. Okay, so I will just remove that. Okay, let's go inside the scribble folder, and I'll just minimize this folder. So what we've got here, let's go from the top. So if you want to overlay the original colors of your photo on top of all the lines, make sure this is ticked on. If you tick this off, you'll see that we get some random colors, which creates a pretty cool effect actually. So that's if you want to keep it the original color. That if you want some sort of crazy colors. Color line offset, I'll come back to that one in a sec. I'll just turn it off. So inside this folder here, lines, if I turn this layer on and off, see that's the one that generates all the lines. If you go inside this folder, there's a lot of layers. We have complete control over the color of the lines. So all these colors here are generated inside this folder. So if you wanted to take the time, you can double click on all these colored boxes and change the color. Okay. Now this layer above, color line offset, basically duplicates all these lines, lays it on top, and moves it slightly to the right, so it gives it a bit more of a unique look. So depending on what you're after, what look you're after, you can turn that one on and off. Okay. Low poly overlays. Let me just turn these two off to demonstrate what this is. This just overlays a bit of a different photo look for the lines to be stacked on top of, so you can turn that off if you want. It's a real case-by-case situation with your photos, so just tick that folder on and off, see how it affects the look of your photo. And there's our original photo down the bottom here. So if we turn all these on, which is the default result of the action, if you turn these two off and you turn off the original photo, all you'll get then is like an outline of your photo around all the edges. So if you don't want any colors from the original photo like this, just turn off those 3 layers. Now what we can also do, if we go into the adjustments folder, you can convert this easily to black and white by just ticking on black and white. You can add that gradient color again, and you can also go into the color saturation layer, double click on that, and you can drag this slider around to experiment with some new colors. And so that's it. I hope you have fun using the action, and just contact me if you've got any questions or suggestions on what you'd like me to add to it. Okay, thanks.